Alright, and welcome to Let's Play Wargame European Escalation. I'm DigitalAdhesive, and this is a multiplayer game I played a couple of days ago. And it's my first large-scale game. The first game with a point limit around, I think it was 3,000 points. Now, for a lot of you players out there, that might not sound like a lot, but for me, I've been playing this game maybe a week, maybe 10 days tops, and most of the games that I've played, have been 1,500 point matches with a 20-minute time limit. So it's definitely a big deal for me to take the logistics and the strategy and the tactics of a 1,500 point game and transfer that to a game double the point size. I mean, it's a lot to keep track of, especially when you've been out of practice playing real-time strategy games like I am. I played a lot of these games several years ago, but you really have to play pretty regularly to keep on top, to keep sharp, because it's a lot to keep track of. Now, in the past couple games I played, I was a little sick and tired of running out of supplies for my artillery, which I've set up back here. Now, a lot of people say that the Dana artillery, it's better when it's closer to where you're shooting, which is absolutely true. But I've tended to just sort of stick them back at my starting deployment zone and just sort of keep them fed, because I really like being lazy and parking them next to forward observation bases. I really do, because then you don't have to keep constantly sending supplies back and forth, and you can just let them do their thing. They're much more effective when they're closer to what you're shooting at, but that's something that I need to get good at doing and keeping track of at some point. Alright, so let's zip this ahead, and just so you guys don't have to watch this endless deployment here. And the way I normally play is I really don't like not having anti-air with any of my core groups of units. I'm really terrified of having to fend off or absorb an attack without the proper tools to beat it back. So I have been loving my Shilkas. I use the Tuskungas. I can't pronounce them. I don't know what they are off the top of my head. You know what I'm talking about, though, for my air defense. But these Shilkas are really cheap, and they're pretty effective, especially for the cost. Now, this is the first time I've looked at this game, at the replay for this game. So, as usual, I'm going to be seeing a lot of things for the first time. I'm playing it in neutral view, just because I like to see what my opponent is up to, since I have no clue during the actual game. Now, this player likes to spam a lot of gazelles, which is a really good strategy. He's got both recon and cannon gazelles, and he's sending his recon out, which is a really good idea. I've got one MI2. Oh, I've got two of them. That's good. So I want to go and I want to take this island. I want this to be my island, especially because these two 4-point zones are right next to each other. If you've got one, you can take the other somewhat easily. Not super easily, but easier than if they were the distance of, say, India and Foxtrot to each other. So I've got this main force that I'm rushing out there right now, and I've got my Conkers, which I've started to really like. They're cheap. They're 25 points, and they can mess up tanks. But I've also been experimenting with God, where are the good tank destroyers that the pack gets? The Shrum, I think they're called. They're 55 points a pop, but man, the range on those things is insane. All right, so my friend here apparently didn't want to fight for the island, at least not initially, and I think that was a big mistake. I think that if there's a point that's worth taking, that's can give you potentially up to 8 points per tick with Gulf and Delta combined. You really got to thrust out and grab it or fight for it at the very beginning, because if you don't, your opponent is. Alright, so he's got his command vehicle, a couple anti-tanks, a couple of mortars. He also loves his mortars, I remember that as well. And he's got a couple of patents going out to kind of form a token defense of Charlie. And he also took Echo, and that surprised me. That he would cross the bridge to grab Echo, but not go for Delta, considering it's worth a lot more. But then again, Echo does have that nice reinforcement line in there, which obviously Delta does not have. So theoretically, he can push in troops right on my front door here. You can see I just completely ignored India. It's not worth getting at the very beginning. If I want it later, well, I'll get it. And of course his cannon gazelles come by to harass my recon helicopter because he's a bastard like that. And goodbye, little recon. Oh, nope, you're still alive. You're just on fire. So he's chasing me out. Oh yeah, there they are, the Sherms. Those things are great. Where's my... Okay, I'm moving my Shilkas up. And I think at this point I'm trying to get him to follow me into my anti-aircraft zone. But that probably costs me because because helicopters are unwieldy, the big ones especially. You got to slow down. You can't just turn on a dime. If I was smarter, I probably would have just sent it all the way back to Juliet and repaired it. But no, I wanted blood, and I paid the price for it. All right, now I'm moving my BMPs up over to this tree line here. Probably going to drop the troops out. Hopefully snipe something across the river. What has he got? He's got those damn mortars again. He's got a chaparral, 4 Pattons, and he's moving some mortars over, of course. Of course, always with the mortars. Alright, let's zip this up a little bit. And here come the first mortar shots. Now, I don't know. No, he's got a recon right there. This is the beauty of recon, man. Those gazelles, god damn it. You can just slip them right down, and he's got targets for his mortars. They're more accurate that way, and he is just pounding me. But at least it's not like a howitzer or something like that with a huge splash radius. And, of course, I moved my command vehicle out of there first and foremost. And you would think I would have the wisdom to move my... Okay, there I do, finally. They've had enough of getting shelled, and I bring up the Shilkas, because we can't have none of this gazelle bullshit over here. That is just not cool. Pardon me as I take a pull off my orange soda. Oh, mercy. As I said before, so bad but so good. Oh, yeah. Look at all that stream of fire. Marvelous. No more gazelle. At least not over there. Now again, some of these games aren't nearly as interesting as a lot of the practiced LPers who play this game. But again, I'm still a newbie, and I'm still learning how to play this game effectively. So I'm putting up the footage that I've got, not the footage that might be the most interesting, but I'm working on getting there, folks. I truly am. And look at those mortars. Oh, God. Oh, no, those aren't mortars. That's regular artillery. That's the AUFL, or the awful. And I'm returning with my own batteries. My Danas are shooting right back. It's kind of a long shot, both literally and figuratively, but I want those things to stop firing. And some go in the field, a couple go near. How are they doing? Okay. They're worried. That's good. We'd like them worried. And they're stunned. Nice. Boy, those things, even at a long range, are pretty freaking accurate. And one of them's even panicked. I do love seeing them panic. Will he move them? I don't know. Nope, he's just going to weather him. Alright. Let's see what's going on over here. Not much. Ooh. That little bastard. Okay, so I finally managed to slip in and take Delta. Again, I don't like those gazelles. I don't want them spying on me, so I move my Shilkas up here. So now I've got a pretty good advantage on points per tick, although he did pick up Hotel as well. And without much for it, he just moved in an unprotected command carrier down there, and I don't know why I allowed that to happen. What I should be doing now, when I see more rapid expansion in this game, is have a couple of Mi-24 Hinds, or, you know, if I'm lucky, some Havocs, and swing by newly christened zones that my opponents picked up and take them out. Now I'm trying to make a push here on Echo. I don't like that's close to my home. And I'm bringing these tanks up here along with the Conkers. I'm hoping he'll shoot at the tanks and let the Conkers... Oh, no, he's withdrawing, though. He does have his AML 60s out there. I don't know that that's where they are. Oh, God, he's got 8 units of artillery there. Jesus. And now he's shelling Delta here from, like, 2 feet away, which is bad news for me. And he's going after my Shilka. Okay, now I know they're there. Jesus, look at all that incoming fire. Can't have that last for long, though. The Conkers get to work. Boom. There we go. But still. Alright, my Shilka's managed to slip out of there. Let's see what's going on over here. Alright, try and do the same thing, trying to kick these mortar carriers out of the forest. Pull up the T-62s and the Shilkas. Again, I'm kind of paranoid about going anywhere without them, but the one thing about about Shilkas is they run out of gas really damn quick, and nothing will stop an advance more than that little, you know, I'm out of gas sign. Still hunting for those over there in that forest. Of course, he's got these 4 patents here, which are doing a number. And he fires mortars, which narrowly miss his own patents. Over here, try to take these damn things out, which shouldn't be too big a task for the forces I've assembled. No, they're all set. Pulling the patents back, he's got a Gazelle up there, and of course my Shilkas are dead. So this is an unfortunate turn of events. But I set out what I wanted to do, but not without a cost. I got rid of those mortar carriers. Of course, the more expensive AMXs are still there, shooting away. I do have to pull up a Havoc, finally. But this is not good. I mean, he still has control both of Echo and of Bravo, even though I've sort of killed a few of his units and stopped them from shelling me. That was a hell of a price to pay, and you'll notice he's ahead of me in points right now. He's got almost 600 points, almost twice as many as I do. Not good. Alright, I'm pulling in some more artillery to fight back, bring in a few supply trucks. And my Havoc is sort of poised, waiting to go in, but I don't know the full extent of his anti-air forces. And, you know, it's probably a good thing I'm pulling back, because he's got that Chaparral there, which I didn't know he had. Alright, so, speed up again. Alright, so we're exchanging fire here. I've got 2 Danas against 4 of his AMXs, which is not a good position to be in. But I land a few good hits. And so does he. Alright, I'm trying to take care of this gas problem by boldly moving in an Mi-26 supply helicopter to try and refuel right on his front door. That probably wasn't the best idea in the world, considering these things cost a lot. I think like 125 points. But I didn't see anything there. I've got a good core amount of troops that should be able to spot anything really threatening, and so I decided it's worth the risk, and it's paying off so far. I'm refueling, rearming, putting a little gas in those Shilkas, that they so desperately need. Alright, speed this up again. And you can see we're at that usual standoff stalemate position here, although I do have a nice position on this island. What's he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, yeah, so I'm still ahead of him in points, even though he has more zones. And yeah, I'm desperately trying to learn how to be. Oh, nice, nice. Take out those mortar carriers. I know he's got a big concentration of troops in these woods, so I'm just shelling the crap out of them. But yeah, so I'm trying to become a better offensive player, because as I've stated before in some of my other videos, you get into a situation where you want to just dig in, because when you attack someone when they have a good embedded position, you're at a disadvantage. And when you lose, you're not just losing points in efficiency like resources like in StarCraft or something like that. You're giving up victory points for every kill like this transport helicopter. I tried to be sneaky and slip some troops around over here, but the bastard had 2 gazelles. Thankfully I saved those other 2, and this has just sort of turned into an artillery back and forth, which happens a lot when everyone gets dug in. You saw what happened when I tried to attack and tried to advance. It didn't work out too well. Oh, you got my poor VPZU Special Forces. Look at all this artillery going back and forth. Don't hit the hillside. Hit all that crap. He's got 2 Abrams there, for God's sake. What a mess. Let's see what's going on over here. Not much. Not much. And because I'm learning how to keep... Let me start over. Because I'm learning how to keep track of large swaths of troops, 3,000 points worth, I forget all about these guys sitting right here. I should be pushing with them. But, you know, learning how to do more than 3 things at once in this game it's tricky. But God, do I love this game. And I stick a T-80B in there. Not really a great scout unit, but something made it to the tree line. Although he could probably see it because that's a recon helicopter right there. And I give up shelling this forest. At that point, I probably think I've taken everything out because I've been hitting it for so long. I just I don't realize there's so many guys there. But this is a good call. I took out more of his mortar vehicles, which I freaking hate. And I'm trying to build up a battle line on this side. Have I brought in any anti-air? Oh, okay, I brought in a buck here. I love these things when they have proper sight. God, and he's shelling my T-80B. He's bringing his 2 Abrams up. He's got the Chaparral there. Come on, Mr. Buck. You got plenty of targets. I just don't see any of them right now. Okay, I'm bringing my my poor 4 remaining bastards that survived the helicopter crash over here to try and get an angle on some of his units. And of course I'm sending in a T-80U unsupported because I'm desperate. And they're attacking the Chaparral. Oh, the Abrams found him though, and yeah, that's the end of that. Oh, that damn Chaparral. Go, come on, you guys can make it. Go, go, go. Get away. Why are you stopping there? Why did I tell you guys to stop there? I don't know. Christ. Okay, now he's sending in his gazelles, though, which is going to make my buck very happy. Come on. Yeah, I want to try and get around behind, but... Oh, God, those things are so accurate. I set my troops down because I realized the gazelles were coming and I didn't know if I could get them away, get my helicopters away in time. But thankfully the buck comes through and knocks out all those helicopters. And he even spots that gazelle over there. Boom, dead. 4 shots, 4 kills. And I need to bring the Kolos up. Alright, now over here, he's bringing in some forces in these woods, including 4 Abrams, which is a terrifying sight for 4 T-62s. That is not a good time. And I've left my helicopter there because I've completely lost track of it. Trying to dig him out of there. It looks like I did take out his command vehicle with a nice artillery barrage. So at least I've dislodged him from here, and these are the last reinforcements he's going to get. 4 more artillery. Jeez, he must have the points rolling in, and an anti-tank team. 4 anti-tank teams. Capture his Hemet supply vehicle, and I try and evict him from Echo entirely. I guess we can't see each other here at Bravo. We're just sort of building up our forces in forests that are very close to each other. Now, does he lead the artillery there? Because, boy, I sure... You probably forgot about him, but I sure wouldn't want to leave artillery just hanging out there, especially those. Those must have cost him like 400 points. Well, we'll see. Yeah, and of course, I've made up my point deficit here. Unfortunately, Patton is there, and there goes that first squad of special forces. Over here, I'm throwing down some shells in this forest because I realize there's a lot of guys here. He's bringing up some Martyr anti-tanks along with his Abrams. And now I just, of course, spot these Abrams, and I start shitting my pants right about now. Realizing that I'm completely boned with my T-62. Oh, God, I hope those were his shots. Yeah, those were his. No. Yeah, this is just sad. Although, it would amuse me if... Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. But, sadly, he stopped shelling his own troops right now. But that was pretty awesome. I was very happy to see that. And his Abrams are fine. Boy, God, those things can take such a pounding. And, of course, now I know where his guys are, and since this is turning into an artillery shit show, I'm firing back. Look at all those shells. Look at all those beautiful shells coming in. Now, I normally don't like to use more than, like I said, 4 pieces of artillery, but this guy was doubling and tripling up on his artillery and mortars, and it was a big point game, so I figured, why the hell not? What do I have back over here? Do I just... Yep, just the 4 Danas. So we are shelling the ever-loving crap out of each other. And he's just aiming for my BMPs. By the way, I just discovered these, the 685s. I really like them as far as, like, mid-range Warsaw Pact tanks because they actually have a good rate of fire. They're pretty accurate. They're great tanks. Oh, he's moving up there, and I'm moving in 3 T-80Bs. Of course, I don't realize he's got 2 tow launchers there. I'm sure I'll find out pretty soon. But the T-80s can take a bit of a pounding. And of course one of them's detracked, which is just marvelous. Anything going on up here? No, not really. Alright, let's check out this battle. And if I was smart, again, I'd put recon with all my units. There's just so much for an old fart like me to keep track of. You know, I'm not like you youngins. I'm 32 years old. You know, it's, oh, God. Oh, that was not good. Oh, that was not good either. Oh, Christ. Those were T-80Bs. Holy shit. And more of my T-80s are getting hit. Now he's trying to rush me with Jaegers. And my Shilkas here are putting up a pretty good fight. One of the reasons, too, why I enjoy anti-air that just fires bullets in addition to missiles is they can lay the smack down pretty heavily on foot soldiers. But of course now he's getting within range of laws, and he's putting a dent. Yeah, there goes one of my shilkas. Reload, you bastards. Yeah. Yeah, is he gonna get that other one off? Yes, he is. Ah, bastards. So I've been trying to take Echo for a while now, and this is proving to be very costly in terms of blood and treasure here. I just can't take that damn place. Although I can shell his Jaegers with some nice HE fire and regular artillery. Oh, yeah. Oofed. Got to get my buck back and rearm it. And so now I'm just kind of blind firing into Bravo. I was hoping he had more units set up, but I didn't know where the hell I was shooting. And it just seemed like, you know, I had to do something with those cannons. And I didn't see any of his units. What's he got over here? Why does he have mortars over there? Well, pretty close to home. Pulling my two T-62s, trying to take a few shots at whatever I could see. But yeah, I've pretty much evicted him from there entirely now. And here comes all that artillery fire raining down on me. Oh, Jesus. But I keep pulling in the resupply to keep those artillery pieces going. Got some tanks that slip on by. My buck is rearming. Closing in on this chaparral just cause, although I doubt I can see it. Oh, no, I guess I can. I guess I can see it. Alright, trying to make a push on these woods, although I don't realize he's there at this point. Right now I'm just trying to take Bravo back, and of course I'm bringing all these guys over, and all he's got is command armor, couple of Saracens, and some troops inside a grain silo and barn. And they stroll right past all those 4 Abrams, which is probably good for them, because I don't think they could have even scratched them. Trying to close in on his artillery. Oh, well, now they see each other. Alright, pop those toes right off the bat. Drop off all my troops, because last thing I want them is to have happen is get popped in their APCs. And oh, look at all that. Look at all that. He's got his anti-tank, he's got his Abrams, and I'm setting those BMPs up to their deaths. Well, I really should have just pulled them back. This is amateur hour play here, but each game getting a little better. BMP-20s trying to do what they can with those Saracens. Getting into a bit of a firefight here. My regular forces are attacking his anti-air. Nice big open field. I bring in the rest of them. They make short work of his squad. It's a lot of firepower here. And now I start shelling the crap out of his Abrams with my artillery, because I realize he's got Abrams there. I can't touch him with the forces I have on the ground right now. Kind of just do what I can. But man, they can even take good shelling from artillery unless it lands right on top of them. Look at all those health bars at the bottom there. Hardly scratched from all that shelling. All my guys are freaking out. They're routing. They're panicked because they are having Abrams taking cracks at them. Why wouldn't they be? And now he's pulling in with 4 Pattons and a command truck here to really to try and take this back. and it's aggravating. It is very aggravating, I can tell you that. And the patents go right after my special forces. Well, I do manage to pop a couple. I realize that is not a winning battle, though. And he brings in even more patents here to deal with my infantry and their APCs they're already routing, but I win. Somehow, by some miracle, I win that game. Now, that was a very sloppy game on both our parts, really. And, you know, a lot of it comes down to me just trying to juggle all the things you got to juggle to play effectively in an RTS, and specifically, you know, Wargame, which has different sets of demands, too, than most traditional RTSs. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. This, you know, sloppy play style aside, please leave comments, subscribe, give me advice, tell me how to play better. I would love it. And if any of you guys want to get a game going at some point, you know, let me know. I'm on Steam. So until next time, I'm DigitalAdhesive, and I'll catch you later. Take care.